Who's ready for Rotary Wednesday? Yay! Welcome to the 5,440th meeting of this Rotary Club. I'm so glad to be with all of you today. I'm a little casual. Just got off an airplane, so I'm going to do the best I can. Sarah, come sing. Lead us in song. Everybody rise, please.
Please join me to sing America the Beautiful with all of your beautiful faces. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Thank you all.
Thank you, darling. Appreciate it. And I hope you saw the Facilities Committee in the greeting line today. Jen Simmons, the chair, had a hard hat on, and they are the people that are keeping the Gordon House up and running and in great shape. So thank you to our facility. Yes, Jen? When did that happen? Oh, so we have a new chair of the Facilities Committee, and that's Matt Robin. Congratulations, Matt. We've got one birthday today, and that's Pamela Anderson Brule, so please wish her a happy birthday. If you know her, you can text her, see her, say hi, and wish everybody else on that list a very special day as well. Okay, we're started. I will start finding guest introductions. If you're a visiting Rotarian, if you're a visiting Rotarian or guest, please stand to be introduced. For the people with our traveling mics, I have been asked again to strongly urge us to go clockwise or counterclockwise. It's very difficult for the photographer and the people on Zoom to follow you. So both microphones, please start on this side. And we've got Terry Tran with one microphone today. Terry, can you please give a brief introduction?
Hi, my name is Terry Tran. I'm a chiropractor, and my sponsor is Karen Fox.
Oh, good. Karen, yay. And Chelsea Souza, the woman who is not afraid of spiders.
Hi, I'm Chelsea with Pivotal, helping foster youth create the lives they want for themselves.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, let's start up here in the front with past President Brian Adams, please. Microphone to the front. Run, Terry, run. Thank you. Past President Brian.
Thank you, President Karen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce my guest today. A good friend of mine for many years. You all know him as the former chief of police of the city of San Jose, who served this city well at the police department for 28 plus years, I believe, and now serves as the chief of investigations for the Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office. Please welcome Tony Mata.
Wow. I bet you've got some fun cocktail stories to tell, Tony. John Ball.
Hi, my guest for at least the second time is Jenya Murfield. She is the Director of Fundraising for the Silicon Valley Monterey Bay Council of the Scouts.
Welcome. Pam.
Good afternoon. I'm Pam Foley, and I'm really happy to have here with me my Deputy Chief of Staff, Kyle Lavaroni.
Welcome, Kyle.
Good afternoon, President Karen. I'm Lauren Edwards, and it is my absolute privilege to say that my dear friend Zachary Stuck is visiting us today. He is a co-owner of S&S Renovations, which has been a member of our business community since 1988. He is also a wine aficionado and loves to golf, so if you like either of those things and want to help me convince him to be a member, please come say hi.
So Bert George and Nicholas Adams, make your way over there and have a good conversation. Bunny.
President Karen, I'm delighted to introduce Dustin Warford, who is a banker. I don't know much else about him because he showed up at the table. but he's been a delight to talk with, and everybody at the table is, we've been having a great chat with him. So, but he knows several Rotarians here, if anybody wants to say anything else. Heritage Bank.
Excellent. Welcome.
Great. Okay.
President-elect Matt.
Hello, President Karen. Matt Braker, prosecutor at the DA's office. I got two great guests with me today. First, my fabulous wife, Sid Braker.
Oh! Yay!
Big fan of President-elect Heather, so here to support her and hear about her great story and plans for next year. Also with me is my colleague and office neighbor, Marina Mancarios. She is a prosecutor at the DA's office. She specializes in prosecuting child assault cases, child molesters. She's last year was named by the district attorney's office as Trial Attorney of the Year last year. So
wow. Congratulations. Ron.
President Karen, first, congratulations and thank you for your year of service as our president.
Thank you.
I'm very pleased to have Christine Burr, who is the the president and CEO of Junior Achievement for Northern California. This is her second visit, and she just told me she's going to be applying for membership.
All right. Welcome.
President
Yes,
Karen, I
Megan.
have two guests for you today. I'm Megan Fluke, and they're both interested in considering joining Rotary, so glad to have you both here. To my left is Ann Monroe. She is a self-described tech geek, former Apple exec, tech challenge mentor, outdoor enthusiast. I used to work at Green Foothills, and she was a board member. Now she's the board president, and she actively supports the Girl Scouts of Northern California. So welcome, Ann.
Welcome.
And to my right is Tamara Hall. She is an award-winning educator. She's a special education teacher, a soccer coach, and a leader in advocacy and equity and social justice. And she's also running for school board for the Santa Clara County Office of Education.
In her free time. Tom Bondi.
Hi, boss. Can't follow up with that one too well. Tom Bondi, on behalf of my father-in-law, Vic Corsilia, I want to introduce his caregiver for today, Maria Mahoney.
Yes, please.
My turn?
Yes.
Karen, thank you. I'm Ellery Middlebrook. I'm a Red Badger, but I have the pleasure of introducing a visiting Rotarian, Wei Gua, and she is from San Francisco Rotary Evening Rotary.
Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Yes, Sandra
One
Jewett.
more,
Sorry
yeah.
about that. I didn't see you.
Sandra Jewett, Classification Education. My guest is my husband, who is heading up to China tomorrow to teach in Shandao, which happens to be one of the top 950 best universities in the world.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of him. John Copeland.
Safe travels to China, and I wish you well in your studies and in your teaching. Okay, it's time for the last ring the bell of my presidential year. So if you have any wonderful news you want to tell us about, please stand to be recognized. Or if you have a challenge that you want to share with us so that we can experience that with you, we invite you to share any news that you would like. Pam, we're going to start with you.
Thank you. So on behalf of the City Council, who passed a budget yesterday, a balanced budget, by the way, I'm going to ring the bell one time.
All right.
I could, hey, it's budget season, so can't ring it any more than that. Thank you.
And thank you for your hard work and dedication to our city.
Tight budgets. David Heindel, I'm excited to ring the bell twice because my son, after 6 years, decided to get married. It seems to me that seems to be the average right now for young people on how long they think about it. So he got married to his beautiful wife, Emma. They're actually traveling in Japan right now, which seems to be a thing also. So 2 rings, thank you.
Congratulations. Kathleen.
Hello, President Karen. I am delighted to say my daughter will be getting married on June 29th. And just as an update, he's really grown on me.
Oh, good. So is that worth 1 or 2 rings? Yeah. Karen.
Hi, I'd like to ring the bell once for former Chief Mata, who kept our city safe and sane.
Fernando.
Relaxed and informal President Karen.
Yes.
I'd like to ring the bell once. My grandson graduated from Bellarmine, and he reached his Eagle Scout award last weekend. Between 4 to 6% of all scouts reach that award, and he is one of them. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. Oh, yes, Dave Cohen.
Hi, President Karen. Fernando beat me to it, but I want to ring the bell for my son Reed, who graduated from Bellarmine
All right.
3 weeks ago, and will be moving to Seattle in September to attend the University of Washington.
Arthur.
I'd like to ring the bell once to congratulate you on a wonderful year as president of the Rotary Club of San Jose. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
President Karen, Ray Castañeda.
Where are you, Ray?
My grandson here is too young to graduate from anywhere. But anyhow, I'd like to donate $100 for all the past presidents of this club.
Oh, that's kind. We're ready for you, Kurt.
Hi, President Karen. I want to ring the bell twice. Once for my oldest niece, Riley, who graduated St. Francis High School and will be attending Penn State University in the fall.
Oh.
And one in the loving memory of my dear friend Megan, who we lost last month.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Hi, President Karen. I'd like to ring the bell once in honor of my sister, Angel. She's in the hospital now, second time with pneumonia and sepsis in the ICU, not doing great. So if everybody could keep her in my thoughts and prayers, that'd be great.
Definitely. Steve.
Hi, I'd like to ring the bell once for our good friend Marie.
Wonderful. And for those of you who may not have heard, Marie had her surgery last week, and her surgery was successful. She's convalescing at home and surrounded by the loving family that we've come to know through her updates. Richard.
Yes, President Karen, I want to ring the bell again for you, and especially because you and your father served at the same time, and I know how special that was for you.
Thank
So,
you.
ring.
Yay.
President Karen, Sean Girth, my field is education. I would like to ring the bell once for my husband, who is an instructional coach at Leland High School and who was named Employee of the Year.
Wow, we've got some award winners. Thank you.
President Karen,
Yes,
I'd like to ring the bell once again. My grandson, David Charles, who just graduated from Bellarmine, and my other grandson, Christopher Sasueta, graduated from NYU.
Wow.
Hi, President Karen, Bonnie Bamberg.
Bonnie.
I'd like to ring the bell once in honor of your leadership this year and showing all of us how you can balance family, work, and Rotary.
Thank you, Bonnie. And Bonnie, thank you for holding the fireside last week, too. I heard it was a wonderful time. Yes.
Hello, I'd like to ring the bell once for this Rotary group sponsors Troop 117. It's a Girl Scout troop in the Scout USA, and we have our very first Eagle Scout, Mariana Ryder. She actually talked at the Character Counts Award, which a lot of Rotary members went to.
Rod Diridon is a recipient of that award, too. That's a big deal. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing that.
Hi, President Karen. Matt Robin, Facilities Committee Manager. I want to ring the bell once. I was just accepted into the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Academy, which I'll be starting in August. It's a volunteer position, but I'll be part of the search and rescue crew doing local, regional, and national events that require search and rescue.
Fantastic. And you've got Emily, who's a rotoplast doctor, so but between the two of you, we're really covering a lot of bases. Yes.
One more time, President Karen. Ray Castañeda, we're going to talk about grandkids. My granddaughter, Nina Bella, graduated from SMU, which is in Dallas, this past year. And Mason will be entering his junior year at Baylor. Thank you.
President Karen, I'd like to welcome another Penn State Nittany Lion into the family, so that'll be one ring. Thank you.
President, hi, over here. President Karen, Pat Riley. So I want to ring the bell one time for my son. Some of you guys might know he's a Rhodes Scholar, and today he actually hit the button that he put his thesis in for his PhD.
Woo! And Pat, I just want to take the opportunity to thank you again for championing the table topics that we do, usually the second meeting of the month. Just for everybody in the room, we are going to be having it on the 19th because we didn't give you enough advance notice since we had the barbecue last week. So show up 30 minutes early next Wednesday. The table topic will be, what's the lesson you learned the hardest way? So, Pat, thank you for that. Larry.
President Karen, let's do a couple of grandsons. First of all, Cole, 15, finished his first year at Bellarmine. Very proud of him. And second grandson, Landon, who is 13, he made it onto the AAA Hockey Sharks team for his age group, which means a hell of a lot of traveling. But really, really proud of him. And let's do 100 for each of those, and then one more, and I think at least 300 for this one. The best doctor I've ever had, Vic Corsilia.
Oh, beautiful. Big Boss.
Hello, Your Royal Highness, for just a little while longer. And my $200 is for you. You have unbelievably balanced responsibilities as a leader in Washington, chairing several activities, and moving back and forth. You have more airline miles than the president, I'm afraid, and still maintaining your relationships here. I see Evan was here earlier, and that's so wonderful that you keep close contact with your family and your parents and have led this organization out of the doldrums of the pandemic into a period of thriving economically and with members. And you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you. That made me cry a little bit. Thank you. I really appreciate that, and you guys know I tend to be very emotionally porous, and I'm reflecting back that emotion now, probably because I'm a little tired. But I have flown 83,000 miles while being your president, and I've only missed 6 meetings, so not bad. Love being with you guys. Now, where's Carl Solis? I have not seen him. He is not in this room, so guess what? He doesn't know this, but he missed the barbecue because he and Marianne were celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. So I think he should ring the bell 4 times. Yes. There we go. Who's going to tell him? I don't want to be the one to do it. Come on up, Jeff. Tell us about the Excite Committee.
I'd be happy to tell him. That'd be great. Well, this club has accomplished a lot this year, thanks to Karen and her leadership here. And we're looking forward, as you can see, to a new year with Heather. And we're going to get started off with a bang, literally. So those of you that haven't already done so, please check the bulletin to sign up for the VIP party. The VIP party will be on July 3rd. July 3rd. And it's at Excite Ballpark. With that, your sign up, you will get a meal. Have the VIP deck. You'll be 75 feet from the ball game and Heather throwing out the first pitch. And followed by the fireworks show by the same company that's done our fireworks before. And so the meal ticket includes, your meal, chance to see the ballpark from a very comfortable setting, watch the game, stay for the fireworks. That is on July 3rd. Be sure to sign up. There are a limited number of tickets available. The next morning, Helen Lambert will be out at the table to take sign-ups to help out with the parade. Now, the parade we're going to have it for the first time in a few years. We're actually going to not only have Norm Hallberg driving the president, as we've done the last 3 years, but we're also going to have a float. And we're going to have a float to feature the theme for Rotary, for the next year. So please come out and sign up to help us out. Most of the details have been worked out. It's a matter of just coming out and walking with us on July 4th at the Rose, White, and Blue Parade on the morning of July 4th. Stay tuned. Check with Helen for details. Thank you very much.
Oh, perfect. Good job. You know, I would be remiss if I didn't really call attention to the fact that this club really shines on the efforts of the committees, the committee chairs, and all of the members. It's not one single person, it's collectively the almost 400 members that we have that have such a significant impact locally and globally. So I think I should ring the bell once for all of you. I just missed the opportunity. There we go. Now, if you think the fireworks are going to be in Discovery Meadow, raise your hand. All right, Jeff, everybody's clear now. There are no fireworks downtown. It will be at San Jose Giants. Come on up. Now it's time for our newest member introduction, Karen Fox. Introduce us to Terry Tran.
Good afternoon. I'm so delighted to introduce Terry Tran. Terry immigrated to San Jose as a Vietnamese refugee at age 2. She earned her Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College and has over 20 years of experience. A respected practitioner, Terry has been featured in Top Doctor magazine. Terry has leveraged her skills to help the community. She has provided on-site chiropractic care to eBay and taught safety classes at Walmart. Furthermore, in 2008, Terry joined forces with the Red Cross and a Rotary Club in Mexico, administering free chiropractic care to 1,500 residents. And in addition, Terry enjoys traveling with her partner and 2 cats, and she also volunteers as a foster cat mom. Terry will be a valuable addition to our Rotary family. Please join me in welcoming our newest member, Terry Tran.
Thank you very much, Rotary, for having me here today. Today, I would actually like to honor my grandfather. He was my best role model. He was a successful entrepreneur in Vietnam who owned Shell gas stations and movie theaters, but he always had time for his 8 kids and family and community. And so I think what I learned the most from him is that no journey is complete without friends or family or community. And so I would like to thank all of the friends and family and community that have been with me on my journey, and I would like to give back by being part of other people's journey. Thank you, President Karen.
Great. Let's get a picture with you. You would think we got this right after all this time. Well, I certainly can't imagine how strong her hands are to work on 1,500 patients in a volunteer capacity. That's remarkable. Rod, come introduce us to our newest member of this fine club.
Shiloh Ballard doesn't need to be introduced to most of you. She's a 49-year resident of San Jose, born in Alaska, but a kid of a traveling military fellow. After earning a degree in environmental studies at UC Santa Cruz, she says, "Go Slugs" here. She worked for 15 years in the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, overseeing transportation, land use, policy, and so on, and was Carl's assistant, Carl, our Rotary member, and hi, Leslie. She then moved on to her dream job of running the Silicon Valley Bicycle Coalition, where she doubled the staff to full-time 15 members and left the organization with an endowment. You can see, whenever you see the green paint and the green bollards, think of Shiloh, because it was in her tenure that that program blossomed. She's the co-founder of Silicon Valley at Home, chairs the Santa Clara County League of Conservation Voters, is part of the American Leadership Forum Insight Group, and she likes to garden, cook, read, mountain bike. She's a little bit crazy. Mostly, though, she loves to be involved in groups that are doing good works. She's left the Bicycle Coalition, flunked retirement, and is now working for climate change and environmental groups. Welcome the newest Rotarian, a remarkable individual, and a person who might be running for the Water District Board, Shiloh Ballard.
Thank you. That is such a great welcome. Mr. Deardon has been chasing me down for years. I'm sure many of you have had that same experience. And finally, when I left the Bike Coalition, I had time to join Rotary. And I am so glad that I have. You all have been so incredibly welcoming. I'm just having a great time so far. I'm loving being a Red Badger, even though it seems like it's just kind of a form of free labor. But I want to thank Rod, I want to thank you all for being so welcoming, and I look forward to being a member here at Rotary.
It's like your church. Remember that church? I was going to And Shiloh, a few weeks ago, actually texted me something, and I'm going to ask her to tell you about it because I thought it was quite meaningful.
I wasn't sure if it was offensive, so I didn't say it, but here I go. What I told her is that Rotary feels very familiar for me. I grew up in the church, the Methodist church. Every Sunday, I'd go to church. We'd pass the plate, which is what we do here. We'd sing. There's a sermon, and you do good works in the community. So Rotary is a lot like church without God.
My atheist husband will appreciate that qualifier. It's time to hear about polio, and as many of you might know, I asked Sandra Jewett to be the champion of polio eradication during my year, and she's got a stunning presentation for you. You just push this right thing right here to get to your... Got it?
Well, I'm excited to be here. I want you to think of this. The magic number is 0. 0 cases. And I want to give you kind of a brief history. Back in 1937, through the 52s, polio was everywhere. In the United States, particularly in Ohio, we had 232 overnight cases of polio. Some of you might remember it. Some of you may remember later on. I remember when I was a little girl, I had a friend who was in the iron lung, and that was pretty scary. This is the 1940s pediatric lung. Look at this child. I just cannot imagine having a 9-month-old or a 12-month-old or any child in here. And in the early 50s, we had more than 21,000 Americans who were paralyzed with polio, and 3,000 of them died. 1950s, this is not far away, long ago. This little girl in 1953 was paralyzed, and she spent her entire childhood in this iron lung device weighing 800 pounds. Can you imagine? It just takes your entire life. And this is what eventually it looked like. It got a little more modern. But by the 1980s, we were having about 1,000 children who were being paralyzed daily around the globe. So the United States had eradicated polio, but it was not over around the world. So polio is now the largest global health initiative in history. Rotary really spearheaded it through Rotary International. You'll see here that in 1988, there were 350 cases annually, 350,000 cases, excuse me. By 2015, we were down to 74 cases. Can you believe that? From 350,000 to 74 cases annually. That is 99.99%. In staggering reduction. So these efforts really resulted in 19.4 million people who would have been otherwise been paralyzed, and more than 1.5 million people who are alive today because of the efforts that we have done around the world. So how are we doing this? Notice this map, and I'm sorry it's not very clear, but the yellows, the green and the yellows is where the polio 2 and polio 3 virus has been eradicated. So that's the good news. But you see the little red dots over here. That's Pakistan and Afghanistan. As of April 4th, 2024, the wild polio virus 1, which is the deadly one, continues to circulate. There are 7 cases in Pakistan, 7 cases in Afghanistan. We gotta kill this thing. We gotta eradicate it, you guys. And with that, we have committed, Rotary committed to $50 million per year to get this vaccine around the world continued. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has pledged to match our donations at a 2-to-1. That's very generous, for a total of $150 million each year towards the eradication of polio. We need your help. So again, the magic number is 0, 0 cases. No donation is too small. The Poliovirus Society has a little pin. I'm wearing one, and some of you now have it. With a $50 donation, we will give you this pin. It's not much, you guys. It's just a token of appreciation. If you reach your $1,000 Paul Harris level, you will be honored at the August presentation. But most of all, why would we be doing this? Because we want to eradicate polio and make this a historic endeavor. On your tables, there are some pledge cards. The donation goes to Rotary International, which means it's tax deductible, okay? $50 vaccinates 100 kiddos. 100 for $50. We spend more in coffee. Allowing people to walk is such a gift. So at the end of the meeting, we're going to be at the foyer. We have our pins. Please drop off your pledge cards. Kathleen Thomas and my husband John are out there collecting them, and I think Emily will also help us. So please think about it, and so much appreciation for everything you do. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. That was great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Very powerful work. And we did this together, and you know the slogan is, we're this close, only 2 countries. That's the power when we collaborate together. Now City Council and Rotarian Pam Foley would like to make a special presentation.
I'd like to call up Council Member David Cohen as well as we make a special presentation to President Karen Philbrick. You know, Rotary is all about service above self, and it's really fabulous to follow in Sandra's footsteps by showing how committed Rotary is to international causes, to local causes, to building the Rotary Play Garden. Everything that we have done at Rotary is a selfless act of kindness and generosity to our community. I learned a few months ago when Sal spoke to us as in his meeting, when he was speaking, that Rotary, we have hit 110 years. So as 110 years, I have a commendation to Rotary, which I will present to Karen Philbrick on behalf of the City of San Jose. Thank you so much for your dedication, for your inspiring year as president, but for inspiring this group, and thank you to Rotary for all you do for our community.
Yay! Pam, that makes me sweat. I get nervous. You're so sweet. Thank you. This is beautiful. Thank you. Takes a village. We are a little behind schedule, so I'm going to rush through a few comments. In the last couple of weeks, we've done a lot of things. We had our last firesides. We had the Los Amigos Washington School promotion for 5th graders. We had 8 of our Rotarians present to help with that celebration. And San Jose State University President Cynthia Matson, who's a fellow Rotarian, gave the commencement address, if you will, to the 5th graders. In a very moving statement, those elementary school students shared what an impact our club has had in the terms of offering science camp, mock trial, fish day, garden, and the mariachi band. Without us, those kids would not have had those extracurricular activities. So a big thank you to that committee, and they were treated to a performance of the mariachi band at the elementary school at the conclusion of that festive event. So great times, and you can see the wonderful pictures there. And then, of course, we had a terrific barbecue. So thank you to our Red Badgers who worked so hard, and the executive chefs. It wouldn't be possible without you. That was really a great time. And of course, to Bert George. I don't see him right now, but he's there. Hi, Bert. Thank you for all you do and your selfless commitment. We have a somewhat difficult announcement. You heard from District Governor Hung Wei some months back toward the beginning of my leadership year. Hung announced on Friday at the district conference that she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Yes, it's devastating. We don't have more details than that at this time. It's a brand new, fresh diagnosis. But we do have several get well cards at the welcome table. Please stop and drop a note to her. You might remember her transparent and impassioned and emotional presentation to us. This is a woman who told us about her daughter committing suicide. This is a woman whose husband lives in China and who is now facing this grave illness. So please keep her in your thoughts and your prayers. On a happier note, as President-elect Heather starts to be a couple of weeks away from taking the helm, she and I collaborated, and we're going to be launching a membership engagement survey on July 19th. It's a very brief survey that should take you 5 minutes or less to complete. It will be open for a 2-week period of performance and response. We will have hard copies. We will put a link into the bulletin. We will have computers for you to do it in real time. We will also be incentivizing performance and feedback through special treats. So you won't want to miss your opportunity to weigh in on the future of our club. Data is king. You know how we all feel about that. So thank you, Heather, for that inspired idea. One last really special event we had last week was on Friday night, and that was Shakespeare in the Park. They received a $10,000 community grant for us for their sound system, and they invited our Rotarians to take part in a special behind-the-stage presentation as well as the event itself. So great job on everybody who participated with that. And in my final announcement, past President Julie Matsushima, she was really a driving force behind the Rotary Play Garden. And other people heard about this. And fellow Rotarian Dalton Pulcrano, pardon me, I said that incorrectly, ran an article in the Healdsburg Times, and it mentions Julie as the inspiration for their park, which just unveiled their fully adaptive swings. Yeah, isn't that amazing? And I would be remiss if I did not read verbatim what Julie said when she found this out. The real inspiration for this was one little handicapped girl, my granddaughter. It's always about love and wanting to do good for others in need, truly our Rotary mission, and your passion to spread the word. Eventually, parks will be renovated to be inclusive, and we're also proud to be a part of that. So thank you to everybody who contributed to our Rotary Play Garden and for spreading the word about inclusivity. Heather, start making your way up, because I myself am super excited. A woman who really doesn't need an introduction, but President-elect Heather, who will be throwing out that first pitch on July 3rd and leading her first meeting after that. She's going to talk about her theme and some of the things she's doing this year. But Heather, I want to thank you for such an outstanding gala and for all that you've done. I'm excited. Take it away.
Thank you.
See what you got.
Hello, thanks for having me, you guys. This is wonderful. I wasn't expecting to do a personal this year, and I was thrilled that I could do a little bit of personal and a little bit of a preview of what's coming up. So some of you know who I am, and you know some bit of my backstory, so I'm just going to breeze through some things really quickly, a little checklist style. I was raised by hippies, had some nice kumbaya upbringing, and occasional Hell's Angels, orchard walks, musician jams, and early Silicon Valley engineers. Look at that cute little Heather. Oh, that's right. My dad founded a country and brought it all the way to the UN. I am the princess of Dalziel. Just saying. I was a Girl Scout, top cookie seller all the years, class president in high school twice, and elected homecoming princess and commissioner of community affairs at my university, Chico State. Go Wildcats. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's a Go Wildcat in the room. That never happens. Actually, this is Marianne Salas's. I borrowed it before COVID. So, Carl, when you drop off your $400 check, can you get this back to her? Thanks. I have two fascinating adult sons, a niece who's a Lee Weimers Award recipient, a nephew who's a Route 66 expert, an adoring mom, and an incredible sibling, Adam. I fell in love with an amazing magician, an even more amazing person that says, yes, of course, obviously, and thus altering the course of my life right onto a floating home in Sausalito. We spend most of our time in Sausalito, but of course we balance our time here in San Jose. I love San Jose and think we have many delights, though not nearly enough attractions. This, my friends, is actually an arm in a grave, folks. Yeah, that's an arm in a grave. It's an attraction in San Jose at the Quicksilver Park. You could read about that in the top 100 things to do in San Jose before you die. I'm allegedly writing a book about attractions and delights, the experience continuum, and had great fun putting on 2 galas for Rotary using that playbook, maybe coming to an Amazon store near you soon. You guys heard about all my health challenges over last summer and spiraling the drain during my pitch during Thanksgiving, so thank you all much for your love and support during that. And I really, really love cats. One time Leslie brought me a box of kittens as an hour of emergency therapy, and this level of kindness will never be forgotten. And for the room, an emergency kitten counter does count as a random act of kindness. Okay, that's enough about me. On to my presidency. Okay, so I'm happy to go into all things personal, but I really want to take the time today to share what about me will help frame the year ahead that I hope will make a fantastic and meaningful year Rotary experience for us all. Because I have fascinating adult sons whose upbringing was greatly enhanced by parent participation preschools and children's musical theater, you will see great respect to childhood development and intergenerational play through parks investment, as well as an emphasis on the show in your club experience here in the room. My friend Jeff Poley, we met at Y Camp, will be starting and ending each meeting with live piano accompaniment. The program committee has started an A-list speaker strategy with tactics. Just one moment, please. Fueled by my recent trip to our sister city and the Rotary Club Okayama, and with my Rotary sponsor and friend for 20 years, Pam Foley, and also Bian Duan, we will be working on a solution to repair the koi ponds at the Japanese Friendship Garden that were, oh, I love that, thank you. That was damaged over 7 years ago in the flood, and it needs our help. This club can bring these living jewels back to life, and not back to life, they're alive, they're just in a very small pond, but they can bring them back, making this a destination once again. We don't have to just rely on the arm in the grave. You guys seriously didn't know about the arm in the grave? Like, it's one of my favorite San Jose stories. Because I've been a community leader since I was a youth, I know that we need to work alongside our city and parks partners to get this done. And if that doesn't work, I will call on my inner girl child, who is the cookie pusher, and she will get it done. That might require you to pick up the phone when I call. And as a reminder, in Rotary, we always say yes. So when I say, will you help me raise $3.5 million, you say, yes. Nice. What's that? Yes. Very nicely done. All righty. Oops, not yet. Because I have an adoring mom and dad, he passed away last year, I care deeply and will continue to take action in support of the local senior population. And as the saying goes, nothing for me without me. I want to illustrate a program that I founded 13 years ago, and that was the Senior Safari at Happy Hollow. The Senior Safari came about as a challenge from John Kennett, our executive director of many years. He used to be credited with putting the underserved senior population on my radar. He asked if there was anything that I could do in my leadership position at Happy Hollow Foundation for benefit of seniors. Ron Howard's movie Cocoon lodged in my mind at an early age and was my driving force for what I thought a vivacious senior period of life could be. It took 3 years of visioning and advocacy for the city to accept this program. I insisted that there would be no falls prevention or stroke awareness at Senior Safari. There would be age empowerment, and I'm thrilled that friends came together from powerful agencies that helped me bring that to life. But my mom really gets full credit for, and we want ice cream. I really didn't think ice cream at 9 a.m. was a thing, but like so many other things, my mom was so right. The seniors came and they wanted ice cream for breakfast. So Rotary will continue our service to seniors with Kelly Dipple, and hopefully in bigger and more impactful ways, a la mode. I've been trying to put the gravitas on party planning for decades. While I did attend the top party school in the nation, according to Playboy magazine, yes, it's appropriate to cringe, and I did major in recreation, the fluffiest of majors, and I did get one of only 2 coveted A's in party planning, it's a thing, and was cursed with this perky personality. This has been an uphill climb. But I hope I have demonstrated in my leadership roles throughout the decades that nothing gets done unless there is some fun. I have a not-so-big goal of 500 members by the end of my term. Prior to the pandemic, we had 460 members. Had we kept pace, that would only be 2% growth each year. Let's close that gap. And because I was marketing director for the country's largest youth theater and had to sell Rent to a family market, you know what I'm talking about, I never papered the house and had standing room only audiences. I had no intent to start adding filler now. 500 Rotarians, those with the heart, soul, and dedication of those in this room is what I'm looking for. Leaders, people of influence from a wide swath of industries. This is a special room, and it's not right for everyone. But I do ask each of you to think of one outstanding Rotarian to add to our membership. Can you do that? Thank you. That's the rule, right? If you get asked in Rotary, you say yes. One outstanding Rotarian, just like yourselves. It's whether you're a Red Badger or celebrating 50 years of perfect attendance, David Downs, I see you. It's all of our job to grow so that we may achieve our mission of serving more people in our community, locally and beyond. We have 50 committees in Rotary. They are all important, and each have a role to play. And sadly, I've had to pause a few of them due to membership decline. I know we can turn this around because we need to turn this around. If you have a Rotary passion, there is a place for you to have meaningful impact. Just like Karen said, our committee leaders is how this gets done. We're just running the trains on time up here, but it's because of you and your leadership. Some committees are social, and some help develop personal interests while serving others, and what a win-win that is. If you're in our book club with Judge Weisbrot, which I got to have lunch with yesterday, thank you again, I hope you're making deep connections and fellowship with other Rotarians that fuel you. If you're just starting your Rotary journey, Red Badge is an incredible opportunity to begin learning all that we have to offer to you personally for growth and to our communities. As it happens with fun, there is impact in surprising ways. There are over 36 members on our hospitality committee, over 36 and growing. And do you know that their contribution of a private dinner and a brunch netted over $25,000 to the Rotary Foundation? That's big impact. I'm sure they would have received the coveted A in party planning at Chico State. So is that party planning fluff, or is that funding for a water project? Those are big numbers, and it happens in this room. This brings me to the theme of my Rotary President year. We do so many things. I could only think of one way to express the way that seemingly different things come about together to astounding beauty, and that's kaleidoscope. Climate action mixes in with parks and culinary, and that's just one picture. And with a turn of the knob, we see youth exchange mixing with sister cities and global understanding. Twist the viewing tube another time at a different time of year, and we get veterans and fun and friendship combining for community impact. Each committee works alone and with others in beautiful ways, and that's up to you. Because I'm a hippie princess, the global affairs of the world truly resonate with me. How we treat the people and resources of this planet have a profound effect on us all. I have a video I'd like to share with you, and I'm ceding 4 minutes of my time to this incredible video because it had such impact when it was shared with me in Singapore. Whoops. Might need help from the back. It's not clicking. Oh, maybe it's actually clicking the screen. No? Let's go again. Got it.
Fun fact, planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Mankind, about 140,000 years old. Let me put that in perspective. If you condense the Earth's lifespan into 24 hours, that's one full day, then we have been here on this planet for, drum roll please, 3 seconds. 3 seconds. And look what we've done. We have modestly named ourselves Homo sapiens, meaning wise man. But is man really so wise? Smart, yes, and it's good to be smart, but not too smart for your own good. Yes, we have split the atom Yes, we build clever machines that navigate the universe in search of new homes, but at the same time, those atoms we split created nuclear warfare. In our quest to explore the galaxy, rejects and neglects the home that we have here now, so no, that cannot be wisdom. Wisdom is different. While intelligence speaks, wisdom listens, and we willingly covered our ears to Mother Nature's screams and closed our eyes to all of her help-wanted signs. Wisdom knows that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, so if we were wise, we would not be shocked when we see storms that are stronger than ever before, or more drought, hurricanes, and wildfire than ever before, because there's more pollution than ever before, more carbon, more trees cut down than ever before. At a record pace, we have increased the extinction of animals by 1,000 times the normal rate. What a feat. In the next 10 to 100 years, every beloved animal character in every children's book is predicted to go extinct. Lions gone, rhinos gone, tiger, gorilla, elephant, polar bear gone in 3 seconds. Species that have been here longer than us will be gone because of us in this 3 seconds. In an existence shorter than a Vine video, we turn the circle of life into our own personal conveyor belt. Somebody, anybody help. We were given so much, the only planet in this solar system with life. I mean, we are 1 in a million. No, actually, scientifically, we are 1 in a billion, trillion. That's a 1 followed by 33 zeros. And I don't want to get too spiritual, but how are we not a miracle? We are perfectly positioned to the sun so we don't burn, but not too distant so we don't turn to ice. Goldilocks said it best. We are just right. This paradise where we are given medicine from trees, not coincidentally, but because like the song says, we are family. Literally, everything, every species is connected genetically, from the sunflower to the sunfish. And this is what we must recognize before it's too late, because the real crisis is not global warming, environmental destruction, or animal agriculture. It is us. These problems are symptoms of us, byproducts of us. Our inner reflection, loss of connection has created this misdirection. We have forgotten that everything contributes to the perfection of Mother Nature. Corporations keep us unaware and disconnected, but they have underestimated our strength. Contrary to popular belief, millions are waking up out of their sleep, seeing our home being taken right up under our feet. We cannot allow our history to be written by the wicked, greedy, and loony. It is our duty to protect Mother Nature from those who refuse to see her beauty. Call me crazy, but I believe we should have the right to eat food that's safe, with ingredients we can pronounce. Drink water that is clean, marvel at trees, breathe air free of toxins. These are natural rights, not things that can be bargained for in Congress. See, they want you to feel powerless, but it has been said that something as small as the flutter of a butterfly's wing can cause a typhoon halfway around the world. But when enough people come together, we too will make waves and wash the world into a new era filled with love and connection, freedom for all without oppression. But it is up to you, yes, you watching this behind this screen, to make the effort, because time is of the essence, and only together can we make it to the 4th second.
Thank you. Thank you. That's beautiful. I'm glad that moved a few of you the way it did me. One of my speaker thank you beneficiaries will be the trash punks. They clean up our 3 San Jose creeks and beyond, and we will do our part in keeping plastics out of our oceans right here from this room, reversing what is called the plastic soup that we have created. I am pleased to announce that we have a new hospitality provider. This goes far beyond meals, a true partner in facility, fellowship, and elevated dining that matches the mission of our downtown San Jose club. And that's going to be Scott's Seafood. They will be bringing back real china and cutlery, disposables eliminated. Guys, I'm like really thirsty right now, and I just can't. I just can't even use this disposable. Lunch costs, which has been about $25 for like 100 years, that's going to go to $30. And it's not an additional expense. Please help me in not looking at it that way. This is an investment in our climate action values. Quinoa is an option. Plastic waste is not. This club doesn't meet in a cafetorium. We don't raise $5,000 and think that's good enough. We raise $250,000 and think, oh, could we do more? The need is so great. This will be a closed dining room, and we'll give you some time to adjust to that. You don't have to have lunch, but you get to have an impact on the plastic program, the plastic problem. I ask that you join us for our meals together and get back to all eating the same meal at the same time at once, and just reaching to the middle of the table for your water in a pitcher rather than getting up in the middle of the meeting and wandering. I think you're going to love it. They're also doing a lot with our facilities, and Matt will tell you about that later. They have one more little hurdle to get through, and I'm not really concerned about it. This is going to be voted on by the city council next week. I can't imagine them not passing it. This is a city-owned facility. There's so much packed into just the first quarter of the year, and so I'm going to be brief just in case we have a minute for Q&A. We already heard about the fireworks and the kickoff. Thank you so much, Jeff Harrett and the Excitement Committee and the VIP party, which I'm very excited about. And then Helen Owen has been putting together a special float just for this with the kaleidoscope theme. Thank you, Helen, for leading that. That's going to be at the Rose, White, and Blue Parade. And then we have, oh my gosh, so exciting. We are so in. We have a new pickleball committee. This is going to be read by Ryan Sebastian. I love the smattering of applause. That's really good. That's pretty good reception. Stand up, Ryan. Just give a little wave. That's Ryan. If you're a pickleball fan, we're going to join him. But it's not just pickle. It's pickle with a purpose for polio, because that's fun to say. He's going to be leading we're going to have a contingent that's going to play in a tournament led by our Oakland club. So you're going to see a little bit more collaboration there. And I believe Pam Foley has challenged us to use our own courts here in San Jose that she has built, said, hey, why don't you guys have a tournament down here too? So let's play pickleball for fun and for eradication of polio. The youth exchange is back. And thank you, Sandra Jewett. You're also going to be pairing with that pickleball. Thank you so much for your beautiful queuing that up earlier. The youth exchange is back. We have both inbounds and outbounds. Guys, I can't thank Karen Sununu-Towery and Steve and Sal and Karen for all this uphill climb that we've been building and building since COVID. Our club got so hit, and now we're able to bring these great programs back. I just happen to have good timing. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I'm happy to lead us through. Let's see, there's our, she's so fab. She's Fabiola. She's coming to us from Spain. Okay, and then rolling out in September. Guys, this is just the first quarter. There's going to be a lot more going on during the year, but during the first quarter, we've got the big mobile health clinic rolling out. We were going to roll it out at the 4th of July parade, but there's something wrong with the chassis and the parts, blah, 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 you know, the usual story, and we're going to be rolling that out soon. Bert's wine reception will be back once a month. Thank you. Thank you, Bert, for your support on that. And I've requested bubbles for our first meeting. And then I mentioned the Trash Punks as one of our speaker gift recipients, and I'm also adding the Dancing Cat, San Jose's Cat Cafe. Oh my gosh, thank you. I love Tori. Gosh, she's great. No plastic, Tori, thank you. So I added the Dancing Cat Cafe, San Jose's Cat Cafe, which I think is a destination, not just merely an attraction. And additionally, because of my agricultural roots and working with our favorite orchardist, Carl Silker, our speakers are also going to be receiving a bag of agricultural product, this one being fabulous fresh walnuts. I'm going to do one more thing because I sense Karen's going to do that scoochy lean in thing that she does that we love so dearly. Oh, that's even better. Oh, great. So I do have the pleasure of announcing our first speaker of my presidential year. I can't wait for you to meet my friend, music industry veteran, hip-hop and rap artist, creative partner of Tupac Shakur, Cab Calloway's grandson, and world business leader, Ray Love. And that's all I got for you. All right. Is that really it? That's it. Yeah, you got it.
I can see we're in for a really great year. Heather, your inspiration, you're so creative. I love that. Something I don't have. She said she'll stick around if you have questions, but it is 1:14, so I'm going to be officially closing the meeting. I want to thank you for your time, your talent, and the sparkle you're bringing. Of course, we made a donation to Fish and Loaves in your honor, Loaves and Fishes, excuse me. Next week, you won't want to miss our speaker, and that is going to be the incoming first gentleman, Jay Alexander himself, magician and mentalist, and I got to pick the last speaker, and I can't wait. I'm really excited about that. And then my final thought for today is a repeat of something I shared in October at the Lee Weimers Award. And it's particularly meaningful to me in this moment in time because that beast of self-doubt was really loud in the wee hours of this morning. And it is, you wouldn't worry so much about what people thought of you if you realized how seldom they do. People are worried about their own lives, so give yourselves a break. Be kind. See you next week.